Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into something truly exciting at the rebirth of a legend. The 2026 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 is here, and it's making noise in all the right ways. The Z28 nameplate has always represented raw power, track-bred agility, and aggressive muscle car heritage. But in 2026, Chevy has done more than bring it back. They've reimagined it for a new generation of enthusiasts while respecting everything that made it iconic in the first place. Whether you're a longtime Camaro fan or just someone who loves high-performance machines, you're going to want to stick around for this one. We'll break down every angle from engine specs and exterior styling to comfort, cabin tech, performance on the road and track, and finally, whether this new Z28 is worthy of its legendary badge. This is the complete breakdown of what may very well be the ultimate American muscle comeback of 2026. Buckle up, how this is going to be a wild ride. The 2026 Camaro Z28 represents Chevrolet's most hardcore, naturally aspirated performance model in over a decade. Unlike the ZL1, which focuses on supercharged brutality, the Z28 has always been about purest driving pleasure, high revving, precise handling, and a track-focused personality. Under the hood, it packs a naturally aspirated 6.8-liter LT8 V8 engine, a spiritual successor to the 7.0-liter LS7 used in the previous Z28. This monster produces over 600 horsepower and 480 pounds-to-feet of torque, revving up to 7,400 revolutions per minute, thanks to forged internals, titanium connecting rods, and a high-flow exhaust that sings an old-school American soundtrack. Transmission duties are handled by a Tremec 6-speed manual gearbox, with aggressive gearing and short throws. No automatic option here, because Chevy knows this car is for drivers. The Z28 comes with a rear-wheel drive setup, active limited slip differential, and a new track precision pack that includes launch control, track telemetry, and multiple drive modes that adjust throttle response, suspension stiffness, and steering weight. Built on the Alpha 2 platform, it features lighter materials including carbon fiber hood, roof, and trunk lid, bringing the weight down by over 200 pounds compared to the ZL1. Massive Brembo carbon ceramic brakes provide relentless stopping power, and Multimatic DSSV spool valve dampers ensure razor-sharp track handling. A functional front splitter, aggressive rear diffuser, and massive wing give it real aerodynamic bite at high speeds. The result, a Camaro that's not just powerful but precisely honed for circuits like Now and Quarterberg, Laguna Seca, and Road Atlanta. One look at the 2026 Camaro Z28 and you'll immediately know it's not just another Camaro. Chevrolet has infused this car with aggressive, track-ready styling that screams performance from every angle. Up front, you have a blacked-out fascia with massive intakes that feed cool air to the engine and brakes. The grille is low and wide, with the iconic Z28 badge proudly mounted on the left side. Minimalist but menacing. The hood features a functional heat extractor made from carbon fiber, giving it a purposeful, motorsport-like aesthetic. LED headlights are sleeker than ever, with vertical DRLs and a sinister black housing. The fenders are flared to house the wide 305-section front and 325-section rear tires, wrapped around lighter-weight 20-inch forged wheels with a dark graphite finish. Moving to the side, the profile is low-slung and athletic, with aggressive body lines and sculpted rocker panels made of carbon composite material. Door handles are flush-mounted for better aerodynamics. Inside the 2026 Z28, Chevrolet has gone all in on creating a race-ready cockpit that still offers daily usability. First impressions? Spartan yet premium. You step into a cabin that's driver-focused, functional, and purposeful. This is a car that wants you to feel the road, not sit back and relax. The seats are Recaro racing buckets, featuring Alcantara bolsters, carbon fiber backs, and aggressive side support that hugs you tightly during high-G cornering. They're lightweight, manually adjustable, and come with integrated harness slots for track use. The steering wheel is a flat-bottom, Alcantara-wrapped piece with red contrast stitching and a prominent Z28 badge at the center. The dashboard is covered in soft-touch microfiber suede, with exposed carbon fiber inserts running across the console, doors, and instrument cluster hood. Gone are the comfort-driven digital frills of luxury trims, replaced instead by a 12.3-inch digital driver display that shows G-forces, oil temps, tire pressures, and lap timing data. The center stack houses a more compact 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system that supports Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and track telemetry software. But again, don't expect heavy luxury. There's no heated steering wheel, no seat ventilation, and no ambient lighting gimmicks. This is a machine built with laser focus on the road ahead. Physical controls for climate and drive modes are metallic and clicky, and even the gear shifter is a short-throw aluminum piece that feels raw and mechanical. A roll cage is available as an option, and sound deadening is significantly reduced to save weight, meaning you'll hear every crackle, pop, and roar of that V8 under full throttle. It's not luxury, it's function first fury. Now let's talk comfort. You might not expect a hardcore, track-ready Camaro Z28 to prioritize comfort, but here's the surprising part. Chevrolet has struck a careful balance between brutal performance and real-world usability. This isn't a stripped-down race car that punishes you during a daily commute. It's raw, yes, but also refined in a unique, purpose-driven way. Let's start with ride quality. Thanks to the Multimatic DSSV suspension system, the Z28 is stiff enough for serious track work, yet adaptive enough to keep the ride composed over rough pavement. It doesn't float or isolate like a luxury cruiser, but it absorbs road imperfections with controlled damping, never feeling harsh unless you're pushing it to the extreme. Chevrolet has tuned the suspension beautifully to provide just the right amount of feedback without making the car unbearable on public roads. It feels alive, connected to the tarmac, but never obnoxiously stiff. Seating comfort is surprisingly good for a car of this type. The Recaro buckets are tight, sure, but they're sculpted to match the human form and support your spine during long drives or canyon carving. They're firm, not plush, but well bolstered and ergonomically optimized for proper driving posture. Chevy made the wise choice to offer optional Alcantara headrests and lumbar pads, improving long-distance comfort without adding excessive weight. Heated seats aren't standard, but they're available in a touring track pack for those who plan to use the Z28 year-round. The cabin is surprisingly quiet at cruising speeds. Chevrolet used strategic sound channeling ducts that allow the V8 exhaust note to sing under throttle, while reducing cabin resonance during steady highway driving. The result, you hear the engine when you want to, but you're not deafened during a 2-hour drive. Road noise is present, of course, especially with the wide performance tires, but it's far from unbearable. Compared to competitors like the Mustang Dark Horse R or the Dodge Challenger ACR, the Z28 actually feels more refined in the way it communicates with the driver. Now, let's get to the heart of the beast of the performance. Because make no mistake, the 2026 Camaro Z28 is a savage performer, purpose-built to dominate racetracks, canyon roads, and everything in between. Let's begin under the hood. The naturally aspirated 6.8 liters LT8 V8 is a mechanical masterpiece. It produces over 600 horsepower and 480 pounds-to-feet of torque, with a throttle response so immediate, it feels like the engine is hardwired to your right foot. There's no turbo lag, no artificial boost, just a linear, ferocious power band that pulls relentlessly to a 7,400 RPM redline. From the moment you crack open the throttle, the V8 delivers a visceral, spine-tingling surge of power matched by an exhaust note that sounds more like a race car than a road car. 0-60 miles per hour comes in just 3.4 seconds, and the quarter-mile blazes by in the low 11s. But what makes the Z28 special isn't just its straight-line speed, it's how it corners. The car is built on a refined Alpha 2 chassis, and its Multimatic DSSV dampers allow for flat, predictable handling even at high G-forces. The suspension constantly adapts to optimize grip, reduce body roll, and maintain razor-sharp precision. Corner entry is sharp, mid-corner balance is neutral, and exit is explosive thanks to the limited slip rear differential. Steering feel is excellent. It's electrically assisted, but finely tuned to deliver granular feedback through the wheel. There's genuine connection here. You feel every inch of the road, every weight transfer, every bit of tire scrub as you push the limits. On tight technical tracks, the Z28 feels nimble and confidence-inspiring. On long sweepers, it's planted and aggressive. Braking is another standout feature. The carbon ceramic Brembo brakes are fade-resistant, massively powerful, and provide near supercar levels of stopping confidence. Whether you're slowing from 150 miles per hour on a track straightaway or trail braking into a tight corner, they respond with immediate, predictable bite. Chevy also added performance telemetry, lap timers, G-force meters, throttle, brake overlays, and even video recording via an optional track cam package. You can review every lap, every drift angle, every braking pointer, all from the center screen or through your phone app. It's like having a race engineer riding shotgun. So where does that leave us with the 2026 Chevrolet Camaro Z28? In one word, a legendary. Chevrolet hasn't just revived a badge, they've re-engineered it for a new era. They've built a Camaro that respects its roots but refuses to be trapped by them. In a world increasingly dominated by electric vehicles, synthetic soundtracks, and computers that drive for you, the Z28 is refreshingly analog, defiantly loud, and utterly focused on the joy of driving. From the moment you lay eyes on its muscular stance, you know it's different. Every vent, every line, every aerodynamic flourish is there for a reason. The carbon fiber, the stripped down interior, the massive brake ECU, it all serves one purpose: to make the Z28 as fast, balanced, and connected as possible. This car is a throwback to a golden era of driving, but one made with modern materials and 21st century engineering. It's a reminder of what made American muscle cars so thrilling in the first place: torque, character, attitude, and now, finally, precision. It's not for everyone. It doesn't come with massaging seats, advanced driver assist systems, or a whisper quiet ride. But that's exactly the point. The 2026 Z28 isn't here to please everyone, it's here to excite a few: the diehards, the purists, the track rats.